Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Saturday, June the 8th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, looks like we got some good ones here. Now, I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, there are some things we can do here in our camp. Let's take a look at this one here first. Build anything in a shelter 10. So I have 3 shelters, and all 3 of them I have not paid for. I got all of them free. So just an FYI, if you're a brand spanking new player, you make your way up here to Vault 51. I would say the hardest part is just making your way up here. But once when you get here, there's a little quest you can do. It's only about 5-7 minutes long. There's no enemies. It's very easy. And when you're done that quest, you get yourself a free shelter, okay? So just an FYI. Now for the returning players, if you have completed Season 13 several seasons ago, and you made it all the way to rank 100, and you claimed that prize at the end, that reward, you would have got yourself a free shelter at rank 100 as well. And if you paid for Fallout First just once, just for 1 month, and you claimed the Vault Lobby Shelter, even though you don't pay for Fallout First anymore, you'll always have that Vault Lobby Shelter. FYI. Okay, let's go down here to our shelter. This is the Sound Stage Shelter. This is the free one. We got in Season 13 at rank 100. Okay, go ahead and turn some lights off there. I think the maid turned them off. I don't know why she does that. Let's go ahead, as the daily says, build anything in a shelter. So anything at all will work. Let's open up our build menu here. Now it all depends what you want to do, or every way you want to play the game. A lot of people like to add things to their camp or shelters because we have these daily, weekly challenges that pop up every other day. Now, if you don't plan on keeping things, I usually kind of go for a floor decor. I usually choose mats or rugs because mats and rugs are usually something you've learned very early on in the game. One such rug is this bad boy here. The vast majority of mats and rugs will only cost you cloth or rubber, or cloth and rubber, and usually cloth and rubber is something that a lot of people will have on them. But again, it depends on what you want to do. You can choose to keep it, add on to your camp or shelter. But if you're like a person like myself that just wants to craft it and then didn't scrap it at the end, you might as well build something that doesn't cost a lot of resources. There we go. Build anything in a shelter 10 for 10. And when you scrap this stuff, just be careful that you're not scrapping something that you don't want to scrap, so kind of do it out of the way. Just an FYI. There we go. Okay, what's next here? Mod a weapon 3. So again, we can find weapons all around the wasteland. Even as a brand new player, you pick up weapons and you scrap weapons, and you have a chance to learn a mod for those weapons that you have picked up. Now, whether you use a weapon day to day, but you'll eventually end up with a lot of mods that you don't really know that you have all these mods for. Until you find a weapon or get a weapon, you wonder if I should put a mod on it, and you find out you have all these mods for it from scrapping all these weapons in the past. Same thing goes with armor. But usually for mod a weapon daily challenge, I usually recommend getting a weapon that you know a skin for, or a paint for, because when you add a skin or a paint, you only use oil, okay? Again, there's nothing stopping you from putting a mod on a weapon, but it's going to cost you valuable resources that you may or may not have, because not everyone has Fallout First and access to an unlimited junk box there like the scrap box, okay? So that's why I highly recommend having a weapon either used day to day or a weapon that you just have in your stash box only to do these particular daily, weekly challenges, because they come up at least once or twice a week. Okay, and it's easy score. Now, if you check the Atomic Shop, and you go down here to the skins section, the same thing goes with the armor, but you'll go down here to the weapons section, and these here will show you the weapons that you can buy paints for in the Atomic Shop if you so wish, okay? And it will show you the paint or the skins that you know of the weapons that you already own. All right, it's just going to give you an idea if you're a returning player. Hey, I have that weapon, I have the paint for it, so you know you can use it day to day or just have it in your stash box just to kind of give you an idea. All right, let's back out here. Now the weapon that I'm using right now is the Plasma Caster, and I do have a paint for it. So when you go to your weapons workbench, we're going to go modify. Now again, if you don't know a paint, then that's fine. You know, you can add stuff on, but again, you can see how some certain weapons require certain perk cards and a lot of valuable resources, all right? So this is when we go to the paint section. Let's go default appearance, all right? Because right now I have Peeper's Paint. So this Peeper's Paint I actually bought in the Season 16 Season Pass system for a certain number of tickets. We're going to go default appearance here. It's going to not cost us anything at all. Watch what happens. See that? 1 for 3. Let's go put the industrial on. Let's put the Peeper's Paint on. All right, so this challenge only costs us 2 oil. All right, easy. Extremely easy score. Easy way to get tickets. Couldn't be any easier, actually. I forgot I had those things still there. Weird. All right, what's next here, Jim? What is next? Let's take a look at this one here. Scrap junk to produce oil 5. So I do have about 6 or 7 older videos of mine. I had them in a playlist. I made them when I first started making videos, so they're kind of standalone videos, so you just got to mind the audio on them, but they're still valid here today. I go around trying to find junk items to produce oil. And at that time, you know, I was unaware of the balking situation until a subscriber at the time had mentioned it. Why don't you just balk it, Jim, and then scrap it? And I forget who it was, but that was a very long time ago, back in 2022. And ever since then, we never looked back. So we can actually bulk oil and then scrap it and get credit for it. And that goes with several other things as well. So you need a Tinker's Workbench. This bad boy here. Let's go ahead and go craft. You're down here to bulk. You're down here to bulk oil. You guys have seen me do this many times. As long as you have 2 plastic and 10 waste oil in your stash or scrap box, this method will work for you. All you do is bulk 1 oil and then you scrap it. Right at your Tinker's Workbench and you will get credit for it. Alright, just like that. So if you're a person who's short on time, you just want to get these daily, weekly challenges done to move on with life, definitely this is the way to do it. What I've been doing lately is just kind of been doing the, you know, the something a little bit different rather than doing the fastest, quickest, easiest way, which I usually do. I usually kind of been taking you to a few other little places where you can find some of this stuff. So oil, you can check out those videos if you so wish, those older videos. Again, just mind the audio. But if you make your way here to the New River Gorge Resort, it's fast travel over there. Again, fuel tanks, gas canisters, great sources of oil. Another great source of oil is soap. What we're going to do is we're going to head to the south. Get rid of some of these ghouls here that might get in the way. Holy mackerel. Did you see that? Oi, 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 oi. Crazy. Alright, let's head to the south. And the south, you can tell by the compass at the bottom of the screen there, okay, just in case if you're a new person to the game. Let's head to the south here, and I think the most of you know where I'm going to take you, right there to that large pylon there. There we go. Let's keep going. Now, if you were part of the spring cleaning event challenges we had about a month ago, we would have been collecting soap. And this is the spot where I took you guys looking for soap. We have this bathtub here. There'll be a skeleton in it. And there's, I think there's usually about 20 soap inside. Let's pick up one soap. Open up our Pip-Boy here. So one soap gives us one oil. All right, so we're going to need 5 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always recommend to people just take what you need. Because the thing with daily week challenges is if I take all this today, and if we have the same challenge tomorrow, and you're looking for more oil, I won't be able to pick these up unless I reset the game by picking up 250 or 255 items, whatever it is. So just an FYI. And if you're on a public server with other people, always be courteous to other people, you know, because they may be looking for the same thing you are, right? Just an FYI. Let's check again before we leave to make sure it's only 5. Yep, you only need 5 oil. So we can go to any workbench and we can scrap it. We'll just go back to our camp here, get to the free fast travel. That's a nice picture there. Again, you can do whatever you want to do. Let's go ahead and go scrap. Let's scrap all the soap here. There we go. Scrap done to produce oil. 5 for 5. Done. Again, you could do it the fastest, quickest, easiest way if you want by bulking it, whatever you want to do. Right, what's next here, Jim? These two here we're going to do at the same time. Let's go ahead here. We're going to destroy a robot 10. So many great spots for robots here on the map. Right up here, right by my old camp we used to be, up here in Clarksburg. So the lower section will be full of ghouls. The upper section will be full of robots of various types. Okay, so you can check that out if you so wish. You'll come across, maybe if you're lucky, a half a dozen robots around Grafton, if you're lucky. Okay, especially if Grafton Day is going on. Many liberators down here at the Charleston Train Yard. You might be able to find 10 down here. It's if you're on a public server, it might be a little harder to find 10. But you can easily find 10 if you're on a private server, I would say. Right down here in Beckley. Real good spot for robots down here as well. And ghouls. Just an FYI. And another good spot for robots, a little bit higher level area. It's right up here, Sugar Grove. Just to name a few spots for you. Where we're going to go here today, we're actually going to go up here to good old Clarksburg. And just to mention, you will come across an older video of mine, because once upon a time, I would say last year around this time, right to the west of Vault 76, you got that upper lower parking lot. It used to be 10 liberators there. You would have seen me in that video, you know, kill 10 liberators, but now you'll be lucky to find 6 or 7 weakened ghouls. I'll hang on to that video, hoping one day that they'll change it, but I doubt it. But just an FYI about that. Before we go kill some robots, we have Adelaide here who's going to help us out with that. Let's go ahead and talk to her for a second. Skip it. Let's see. Teach me more about interfacing.
I'm sure I can come up with a few ways to help you thrive in your next human-on-robot encounter. I can't speak for everyone, but I know a lot of robots are especially sensitive at the joints. Deliver some red-hot lead, and I'm sure they'll be falling all over themselves to get to you.
Roger that. All right, talk to you later.
Don't miss me too much.
So if you happen to do have Adelaide, which we got in the previous season there, if you open up your Pip-Boy, you go under Stats, go under Effects. So there we go, top one there, Human-Robot Interfacing, so 60 minutes. Take 25% less damage from robots and do plus 15% damage against robots. Okay, so Adelaide is pretty cool, especially if you're facing a lot of robots. Okay, FYI. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to go up here to Clarksburg. Not that I really need it, but I just kind of wanted to show you that, just more so for the returning players that may have Adelaide and may be unaware of that little buff that she gives you. Let's go up here to Clarksburg. Again, if you're not a person who likes fast traveling, if you're closer to an area that you know that there are robots, by all means, okay? I'm just taking you to one of many spots. So again, Clarksburg, the lower section will have ghouls. We're not even going to bother going down there. We're going to head up here to the upper section where we're going to find our robots. Alright, we're already locked and loaded. Someone's going to be coming through that door here in a second. What was that? Right there.
Unidentified intruder commencing attack.
There you go, one shot.
Target.
Let's head down here. There's usually an iBot around. Robots are good, especially for equipment. I don't know if they counted. They may have died from the explosion, which is unfortunate because we would have needed them, but that's fine. Usually there's an iBot roaming around here, but not today, looks like. That's okay. Oh, combat inhibitor thrusters are pretty good. If you're looking to make them explode, you know, if you knock their arms off, that's a pretty good way to get them to explode. Just be mindful not to walk up to them when they're counting down. Let's lock and load, Jim, before we head up here. There's usually a watcher up here. Looks like a protection, but he's on tracks. Oh, there's right there. Nope, that's just a regular guy. And so another thing that counts as robots are turrets. Okay, if you come across turrets, they're also good for robots. And see these vertibirds? These guys are also good as robots too. So let's try to knock this guy out just so you can see there. Alright, so you see how he counted? So that's actually worked out quite well. I was able to show that in the video. I did show that in the video quite some time ago, but it was one of the daily challenge videos, so it's hard to kind of pinpoint that. So again, if you come across these vertibirds around the wasteland, you can knock them down. They also count as robots. Where's he at? Where is this cat doing? There we go. I think we got our 10, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Destroy robot 10 for 10. Perfect. So as you can see, many different types of robots here, and they just happen to have those vertibirds. So that's pretty awesome to have that encounter at the same time while I'm doing this challenge. Hey, where you going, buds? And again, as I mentioned, turrets are a good source of or for robots as well. When you come across turrets, you can come across turrets in many different places, but one of the best spots for turrets is right down here in Berkeley Springs and Bloody Franks. Just an FYI, that's a good number of turrets that you can get. Get this guy to the sky here. It's annoying. Good times. Good times. Alright, so it kind of gives you many options that you can do there. This is a pretty good spot right up here in Clarksburg. You know, the robots are fairly easy as well, okay? A little dude there is kind of roaming around. Alright, what's next here, Jim? What is next? Let's talk about this one here. Pick a lock 1. So you will come across, again, some many older videos of mine. They're kind of short, standalone videos. I usually have them in a playlist. Now, the pick a lock videos I go for are level 0 requirement. And the reason why I do that is because some people are new to the game. They might not have any pick a lock perk cards under perception. Okay, they might not have unlocked those yet. Okay, so just an FYI. So that's why in my videos I would try to kind of go down the route for the newer players. And of course, you know, if you're a higher level player, you can do the same, you know, or if you come across a save or whatever, if you happen to have the perk cards, that definitely works as well. All right. A good spot I usually take people is right down here at the Gilman lumber mill. It has that little foot locker that's in there. Now, someone had mentioned that they had went there the other day and it wasn't locked up, but I was there the other day myself. I think it was last week, and it was excuse me, holy mackerel. It was locked up. So just an FYI, we're going to take you to another spot here today. Wow, get my voice back here. Blue Ridge Bunkhouse. Let's pop over here. Excuse me. Wow. I don't know what was going on there. He spit down the wrong way. I don't know. Talking too much, maybe. All right, what's next? Let's go here. So the little level 0 requirement pick lock that's right in this area will be this first aid kit. So this first aid kit, as you can see, level 0 requirement. Now, if you are on a public server, you don't have followed first. You don't have access to a private one. If you come here and it's not locked out, that means somebody got here before you. That's what that means, okay? And because I'm here today, it's locked up. And basically what you got to do if you want to get this locked up, you can server hop if you so wish. Or if you have perk cards, you can just find yourself a safe. You can find safes all over the wasteland, okay? And again, you can check the Gilman Lumber Mill if you so wish. Now, it shows auto unlock for me. You might be wondering why. So I have a perk card. It's a legendary perk card. It's called Master Infiltrator. So this one here is actually a 3-star. Auto unlock skill 2 terminals and locks, +3 lockpick and hacking skills. So you get legendary perk cards once when you reach level 50, I believe. And I highly recommend this bad boy because with this bad boy on, you don't, even if you have the perk cards for you know, pick lock under perception or hacking under intelligence, you don't have to have them equipped. That's what that legendary perk card does. It's a huge time saver. And if you rank it up high enough, everything will just become auto unlocks. Let's go ahead. There we go. Pick a lock. Done. Just like that. Just like that. And again, you know, if you don't have Master Infiltrator, just get your bobby pins out and unlock it, right? That's all you got to do, right? It's a level 0 requirement. You don't have to have any perk cards. And the same exact thing with the one down here at the Gilman Lumber Mill. Let's go down here right now, just quickly while we're here, just to kind of show you. Again, very neutral area. Again, if you come here and it's not locked up.
Let us know if you find someone in need out there.
Now, a lot of people will think it's not here because this place is by respawners now, but here's the footlocker and it's still here. As you can see, requires skill 0. We'll save that for another day. And I also got some stuff for oil here. Oil canisters. Used oil can, okay? You know, there's, when you go to these places, there's many things like another industrial oil can. We have a gas can. So there's at least 4 or 5 oil. Look, 6, 7. You know, this place here, you can come here to get these oil cans, a scrap junk to produce oil as well. One-stop shop sometimes, right? All right, let's get something to drink here, Jim. Let's go here. Let's drop that. There we go. All right, what's next here, Jim? Let's see what we got. All right, so as I mentioned, we're going to do these two at the same time. Cripple Super Mutant's Head 2. Take a camera picture of a Super Mutant 1. So all we need is a couple Super Mutants to do this one, and then take a camera picture of one of them. So Cripple Super Mutant's Head 2 is the one we're going to look at first. So many great spots we can find Super Mutants in the Wasteland. Again, let's take a look at the map here. If your camp is in the forest region, you will know that your camp will once in a while get attacked by a couple Super Mutants and a Mutant Hound, so just an FYI. We'll find some Super Mutants up here in Grafton, right over here in Grafton Dam. Probably one of the best spots right here for Super Mutants is Grafton Steel. There are a lot of them here, but it's a pretty decent place. Even if you are a lower level person, you can, you know, take your time going through that, and you'll get yourself like, you'll fill your stash box up. Like, it's full of goodies there, full of weapons and whatnot. You might find the odd legendary there. Right down here, Newgad, another good spot. In terms of the higher level areas, of course, we have West Tech and we have Huntersville. Alright, so just an FYI. Many good spots. We're going to need 2 of them here, so let's go up here to Grafton. Just close by to where we are. Alright. So again, the first one we're going to look at here is Cripple Super Mutants Head 2. Now again, we're going to cripple their head. If you're a good free aimer, nothing's stopping you from free aiming. If you're a person like me that's not good at free aiming, you like using VATS, it's a perk card that'll help us out with that under Perception. It's called Concentrated Fire. It allows us to move our VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs, and that's what I'll be using today. Many good weapons that you can use for crippling. Shotgun with the Enforcer perk card. The drill, believe it or not, with power armor on, maybe to help you out, because you got to get up close and personal. Anything ballistic, I find, 44, 308, 556, 45, etc., etc. This plasma caster, this works well. Bow and arrow works well. Just to give you a couple examples. So Super Mutants down. Let's go on top of the roof here. Now you can just easily walk up here. You don't need a jetpack to get up here like I just did. I just took a little shortcut. Alright, so we're going to pop up here. We're going to go for the head here. He's kind of hiding there. Here's our next victim. Here we go. Let's take care of this guy while we're up here. There we go. Cripple Super Mutants Head 2 for 2. Done. Just like that. So we need at least 2 Super Mutants, so there we go. Rock and roll. And one thing that's good up here is we're kind of alone up here once we need to take care of the 3 of them. Okay? There's Grafton Day there. We kind of spawned in ourselves. Alright, so the next one we're going to take care of here, the last one, is take a camera picture of a Super Mutant 1. So again, the camera picture, we have to use the Pro Snap Deluxe camera, and the Super Mutant can either be dead or alive, okay? If you try to go photo mode off the map screen here, it's not going to work. We have to use the Pro Snap Deluxe camera, which is considered a weapon here in the game, this bad boy here. Alright? It's lock and load. Now when you're using the Pro Snap Deluxe camera, right, you have to aim it just like you would with a weapon. So you see how Super Mutant pops up in the top right hand corner of the screen? See there? Now watch when I kind of move it away. See how it disappears? Whatever you're using this Pro Snap Deluxe camera, if you're using it for a daily challenge or a quest, you have to make sure whatever you're taking a camera picture of, it has that description in the top right hand corner for it to count. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a picture. There we go. A camera picture of a Super Mutant 1 for 1. Now, I've had this camera for an extremely long time, okay, and even like long before I even started making videos. And I do have several videos out there where I show you how I go through the paces, so to speak, of how to get this Pro Snap Deluxe camera. And again, they're older videos, so you just got to mind the audio. Don't wear your headphones, okay? Just FYI. But they're still valid here today, and I still get the odd question about the Pro Snap Deluxe camera, because not everyone, there's not a whole lot of information out there other than the videos, the older videos that I have. So the best thing you can do is just go to the Atomic Shop, and I'll just kind of quickly show you here. And what you're going to do, you're going to go down here to the camp section. You slide it over. Now we're going to go down here to the utility section. And as you can see there, it is called My Personal Terminal. All right, so back in the day, this was free. I'm not too sure if it's still free or not, but I've had this for an extremely long time, and I remember it being free. So when you claim this from the Atomic Shop, you build it in your camp. When you build it in your camp, you interact with it. And on that main screen, it'll come up with a quest called Investigate the Suspicious Person. And when you activate that, okay, then you go to your usual screen, okay, like this screen here, and you see you'll have these little quests that pop up in the top right hand corner of the screen. It'll say Investigate the Suspicious Person, okay? Then you go to your map screen and you try to find a little diamond like this, Okay, somewheres, like there'll be somewheres on the map. Okay, and I'll have a person, a corpse there. There'll be either Axel or Anne, and they will have the broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera on them. You take that broken one off their body, you take it to your Tinker's Workbench, and as long as you have the requirements, you can turn that broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera into this Pro Snap Deluxe camera you'll always have. Now, if you accidentally drop this camera, it'll destroy itself. You can't sell it, can't give it away to a friend, so you have to be very careful. Hang on to it. People have said that they have accidentally destroyed it and they don't know how to get a new one, and I don't know how to answer that myself because I've never done that before. So just an FYI. I just kind of wanted to add as much in as I possibly can to help people. Let's take a look here. We're done, just like that. Another easy one here today, guys. Again, many different ways we can do these daily, weekly challenges. You can follow along in these videos if you so wish. You can. I always like to kind of give a little bit more information, just to kind of give you guys some, maybe some areas that maybe you don't like the fast travel, maybe that you're closer to. And again, I have many standalone videos out there. They're just a little bit older. I just show you many different ways you can do stuff. Okay. There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Starwind 138, Robco. Thank you all so very much, and hope you all have a nice day.